Hi everyone, my name's Sean Finch. Usually I attend a lot of protests around London and elsewhere, Manchester, Birmingham, Bristol, who knows where. Usually you might recognise me, I'm usually wearing this hat, freedom hat. Um, but today what I want to show you is a video from David Curtin, and I'm supporting him for Mayor of London personally. And I went to the London Freedom protest yesterday in Speaker's Corner. Now, about almost a month ago now, David Curtin at Mayor's Question Time, which is a monthly event that the Assembly members, like David Curtin, then scrutinise the Mayor. That's the whole point of why we have Assembly members. Last month, David Curtin asked Sadiq Khan, should people be allowed to speak at Speaker's Corner? The Mayor of London said yes. So right now I'm going to show you that video and then you're going to see what the answer is.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Good morning, Mr. Mayor. I just want to ask you about something you mentioned in your answer there to Assembly Member Whittle, who asked about the incident in Speaker's Corner on Sunday. It seems that Speaker's Corner is closed at the moment, and I was there on Sunday to observe what was going on, and I was quite shocked to see a person who is a YouTuber giving a speech, who was surrounded by police, pulled off his chair and bundled into the back of a police van. I myself was shoved by a police officer when I was standing stationary. Now you say, Mr. Mayor, that you want to keep arm's length from police operations, but you are the Police and Crime Commissioner for London, and Londoners do expect you to have an opinion on these things and to be able to say whether you think this kind of behaviour, when it's brought to your attention, is acceptable or not. So what is your opinion of the behaviour I've just described?
Well, Chair, let's be quite clear. I'm talking about me being involved in operational matters. Of course I've got a view on policing matters. In relation to the issue you raised, Senator Curtin, let me just explain a basic premise of the British law, which is due process and natural justice. Now, you've given me one side of events, all right? And you're a big advocate of British values. One of the British values is natural justice. Surely you must agree with me that for me to form a view, which you've asked me to do, I should hear the other side of the story, and that will probably be from the police or passers-by. What I'd advise you to do, as the Police and Crime Commissioner of this city, as you remind me of, is if you're unhappy with the way you were treated, make a complaint. Make a complaint so it can be looked into by the Director of Professional Standards, and also, if need be, and relevant, by the Independent Office of Police Conduct. That's the reason why it's there. If you're unhappy with the way police act, make a complaint.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, I have made a complaint, but do you think that speakers should be allowed to speak in Speaker's Corner at this present time?
I think they should. And one of the great things about Speaker's Corner, and it's been something going on for centuries now, is the ability for people to get a box or a ladder nowadays and make speeches. Sometimes they're quite entertaining. Tourists love it, us Brits love it. I think the concern sometimes has been the issue of keeping the peace. And I know previous examples, I can't speak about the one you're talking about because I'm not well versed in it. There have been previous examples where the police and those in the park have been concerned about peace being kept. And sometimes for the safety of the speaker, the police officers may make a decision to remove the speaker. But I'm a big advocate of Article 10, and again, I'd remind you as well, it's a great freedom we have enshrined not just in the Human Rights Act, but in the European Convention of Human Rights, which I know you're a big fan of as well.
Okay, well, thank you for your answer, Mr. Mayor.
Oh. Oh. Oh my God, it's kicking off proper. Yeah, he's got away. Look, the Tom Fit, they can't chase him, they carry around too much. Right? Yeah. He's trying to start a march down there. There's too many people down here.
So as you can see, the mayor clearly says, yes, he does support people speaking at Speaker's Corner, as he should do. I mean, we've had people such as Karl Marx speak at Speaker's Corner, people such as Lenin, people such as Oswald Mosley, and yet the average citizen now, if he or she dares to speak at Speaker's Corner, it's now some kind of grotesque offence. This is highly unusual, very scarily unusual, and I'm just trying to think why the Met Police act in the way that they are, because a lot of people may not realise is that the Mayor of London, part of their job is they're also the Police and Crime Commissioner. So Mayor Khan is essentially in charge of the Met Police. You saw the video. David Curtin asked him, should people be able to speak at Speaker's Corner? Mayor Khan says, yes, they should, because it's a, again, maybe a little bit of virtue signaling from Mayor Khan. Oh, yeah, because it's this great bastion of free speech, which it is. But then why isn't he living up to his own words then by saying people should speak it? He is the Police and Crime Commissioner. So all of these actions that are coming from the Met Police, they're essentially being directed by Sadiq Khan. So the question is, why is Sadiq Khan allowing the Met Police to behave the way they are? Either he does believe in freedom of speech, he says he does in that video, or he doesn't believe in freedom of speech, which is clearly what the actions are. I go by a man's actions, not by what they talk. So we clearly have a difference of, he says one thing, but then he does another. So I just thought I'd share that with you.